Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have created this really dramatic look. This is probably one of my favorite looks that I have created on my channel, and I used this Stila palette that I've had quite a few requests to do a tutorial on. I've used it here and there in a couple of videos, and it's the Perfect Me Perfect Hue palette, except this one is for medium to tan skin, which is ironic because I have very fair skin right now. I do have the fair to light version of this palette, but I picked this up at Sephora probably 2 to 3 months ago, and it's just a stunning palette. So this is for all the people out there who requested a tutorial on this palette, and I think it is pretty fall appropriate. I mean, it's dark and smoky, and I'm working with a lot of warm tones. So yeah, this is the look we're going to be doing today. I'm really just going to focus mainly on the eyes and then do a quick rundown of the face afterwards. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm starting out by applying an eyeshadow primer. I'm using MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. It is important you use a shadow for this look because we are going to be using a lot of different shades. And then going in with that Stila palette, I'm taking the base shade. It's the largest shade in the compact, and I'm using that all over my lid as just a gradient transition shade. Next, we're going to move into the really gorgeous plum color. I love this shade, and essentially we're going to be doing a halo technique. I've done this several times on my channel, but I will go in depth again in case you missed those looks. So I'm just taking that plum color on a flat shader brush, and I'm starting out by applying that to the outer corner of my eye. Then I'm going to move into the inner corner of my eye, and you just want to place that really gently. Be really patient when you're doing this technique because it can look messy pretty much all the way up until the end, but just be patient and you will grasp it. So I'm just again applying that in my inner corner and just softly blending it up into my crease. And right here I'm just slightly connecting the two shades together, almost creating like a bridge in between the two placements of the plum. Now I'm going to take the brown color and actually use that as my transition shade, and I'm using that on a MAC 217 brush and just blending back and forth and making sure that the bridge is smooth and connected and everything looks nice and blended. I'm also blending that base color back and forth. It's just a really good transition shade if you get the colors too dark or if you need to add some extra definition. It's a really good shade just to go in and help buff the colors together. And all you're going to do after this is just repeat that entire process until you get the color that you want or the look that you want. It may take a couple of times because there is a lot of blending involved in this type of look, but again, just be patient and I promise you it will turn out, and it will probably become one of the easiest techniques that you can do for a smoky eye, especially if you have almond shaped eyes like I do. I think it really does enhance the eyes and make them look a lot more rounded. Now I'm taking that really pretty peach color and I'm applying that to the center of my lid where we kept it bare, and this really just makes the entire eye look pop. I absolutely love that color as well. And then I'm going to take my L'Oreal Gel Liner and use that on a Zoeva angled liner brush and just create a typical winged liner. This is not something I do normally for my looks, but I thought it was really appropriate since this is such a dramatic eye look. Now I'm applying the Eyeler 126 lashes. I love these for any type of dramatic look. They're just spiky and they're perfection. I can really only wear them with dramatic eye makeup. So moving on to the lower lash line, I'm applying Max Prunella Kohl Liner to my inner rim and just smoking that out with a mixture of the plum and brown color. And you really want to make sure you get that lower lash line smoked out pretty good because you don't want the bottom lash line to be really bare compared to the top, which is really heavy. Now for my inner corner, I just applied Laura Mercier's Caviar Stick in the shade Sugar, I think. And on top of that, I applied the Moondust liquid eyeshadow from Urban Decay, and I will have that name listed down below because I just totally forgot. And then of course added a little bit of mascara to my bottom lashes, and that completes the entire eye look. I just love this palette. I think the shades are so unique and just create a really gorgeous look. Moving into the face, I've already applied my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation stick, and now I'm using the Smashbox Studio Skin Concealer. I just wanted to add a little bit more extra coverage underneath my eyes to give that a little bit of a lift, and again, maybe just add extra coverage in where I might have swiped it away, cleaning up fallout from my under eye area. I'm normally not the type to apply my eyeshadows before I do my foundation, but if you do and you've already done your lower lash line, a brush like this, just a really good small buffing brush, will help you to blend out concealer underneath that lash line. Now I just swept a little bit of translucent powder all on my face, and then I also took a little bit of the Becca powder foundation and buffed that around my jawline, just because I do find that foundation falls off really easily there, so I generally do have to powder it, and I'm just using the shade Light. To contour, I'm taking my OG, as you can tell, one of my favorite bronzers of all time, the NARS Tahiti Laguna bronzer on my MAC 135 brush. And I'm just giving my cheeks a little bit of definition, my jawline, forehead, all of that fun stuff. Add warmth back into my skin, I'm taking the Becca powder foundation again, only in the shade Tan, and I'm buffing that along where I place my contour with a Real Techniques blush brush. And this kind of acts like how MAC Gimme Sun would, except I can't wear MAC Gimme Sun right now because I'm too pale. So this is almost just like a toned down version. It just adds a really nice warmth and sun-kissed glow to your skin. I'm going back into the Stila palette, and I'm just picking up the more orange blush shade that's in there. It's kind of similar to NARS Orgasm, just a little bit more on the orangey side, and I'm just buffing that into my cheeks with a Josie Maran brush. It's super old. I highly doubt you can find it anywhere now. Anytime I use a lot of powders, I like to use a cream highlighter, so I'm just using the Benefit What's Up, which is my all-time favorite, and I'm pressing that into my skin with a beauty blender. This gives your skin life again. It makes your skin look almost like it is wet, like it has this nice dewy finish to it, so I always recommend that one if you are looking for a good cream highlight. Now I'm moving into lip liner. I'm using the Rimmel lip liner in the shade called Spice. And on top of that, I'm using NARS Audacious lipstick in the shade Raquel. Alright guys, so that is it for this look. Check out that Benefit What's Up coming through right now. Hey girl, hey. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.